That's the problem.
Okay, no, they probably shouldn't see where we are.
Probably. We don't trust your stalkers.
Yeah.
Stalker vibes, especially Gareth, because
I don't stalk anyone.
you know, no, people might try to stalk you. You know.
Hey, but guys,
you know, your woman crash Wednesdays.
in it, I'm very humble.
We know you're very humble, but we are the problem. You know, we're not, trying to keep you humble. Marumbo, why are you acting like you're not part of this mess? Okay, let's go and find out if there's anybody in the... This is funny. Okay, it's recording, right?
Yeah.
And it does in 8-minute intervals.
Okay.
So today in our...
Oh, this car speaks Chinese. Japanese.
It's very fluent.
It's very fluent.
Okay, let me put on my seatbelt. Anyway, thank you, Maru, for joining us and
Thank
being
you
our
for
first
having me.
guest in a ride-along video.
Yeah.
To the left, to the left.
Okay.
Wait, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everywhere I go. I don't know.
Yep, so we want to talk about the reality of living in a third world country. Right now we just left Garrett's house because there's no power.
We have no power.
And you haven't had power for what?
No, like guys, it's really bad because like we're subject to like maybe 4 hours of power by subject, and it's really bad because I know electricity is not a right, but honestly sometimes it feels like it is.
Yeah.
Because
it's a human need.
Yeah, it's infringing a lot of things. Like even like some of these videos that we're doing, like even editing them, we need power to do that.
Posting, like having times where like you're trying to post a video and then power goes out, you're trying to export and like these things take time, like there's no like form of consistency. I think for me it's also painful because I work from home for the most part, and so as a person who works from home, and like part of it is freelance as well, so I work from home full time but also like freelance, like my side hustles are struggling because I can't do things on time, like, and things that take me 2 days to do now take me 2 weeks to do because there's no power. Like, and also going into town, like not being able to support small businesses because they have no power to provide their services, like seeing how much like it's affecting like normal life, like
you think about simple things like just to get a haircut. And even it's not even just about not being able to get a haircut, but you think about the people who they own the barbershops, and that's literally where they make most of their money. You know? And now it's all gone, and not everybody can afford an inverter, not everybody can afford a generator. They're literally their income is coming in from their barbershop, but that's changed.
It's pretty crazy, and the worst is when at least we get like 8 hours of power.
Wow, I don't think you should be talking right now.
We're very like luxurious and very
you shouldn't be happy with the fact
that
you're getting 8 hours of power.
For me, like the worst was the other day I realized that I've like assimilated and like I've like managed to like have normal life, like I've adapted to what like normal life looks like for me. So this is what I'm gonna do when the power is out, and then I'm not gonna do this when power is on. So like now, like if I leave my house with the power on to see you, just know that I love you. Maru, I came out to your lunch and I left power at my house.
Hey,
you need to feel special.
I know this. Thank you very much.
I left patience, so that's a lot of love.
Okay, I'm receiving a lot of love just in case people love me and I love them too.
Poetry in Africa.
Oh yeah, Poetry in Africa.
Check it out. And the worst is
how did ESCOM feel for you that day?
Alright, so
speaking of third world country problems.
So I had a show scheduled to happen and we're launching this video screening it, Poetry in Africa. So I get on site to like where we're having a lunch at Haraba, and there's no power. And I'm just there like what are we going to do? And I spent like 40 minutes looking for a generator. Wow. Which meant the show started an hour later. You can see how like where this is going.
Yeah.
But living in a third world country is also like you're gonna see like before this we're just taping up the camera that we're using right now.
Yeah,
so
adjust it just a little bit. Okay, it's stable now.
Stable. Critical, but
stable.
Which is pretty much our lives right now. Critical but stable.
Yeah, but like I like what you said a bit earlier as well. Like the problems, like I know it's not right to accept the fact that we have these problems and like they seem to be okay.
Yeah.
But what they do though is what I found is they help us with like creativity. We're getting left.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been up this hill before.
I've jogged.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, but it's not gonna come out. Anyway, so our problems actually help us by allowing us to be creative, even in those spaces. Because you have no choice. Yeah. It's either you shoot your video or you don't. It's either you upload it, or it's either you get the work done or you don't.
Yeah.
And you have no excuses. So you find creative ways of doing that. But on the other end, I think we need to figure out creative ways of actually solving
our
problems.
Solutions. Yeah, our problems.
Yeah.
What other problems do we have as like third world?
Potholes.
Oh yes, you guys should see this road.
It's a creative.
People not listening or abiding to pedestrian rules. So like literally, there's a kid who just came out of a pothole.
Lies.
No, like for real though, like. The one who's marching in the red dress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
my one that frustrates me.
And she's still on the road. Bless her heart.
My one that frustrates me is when the cops break the rules. Like when the cops stop you right in the middle of the highway.
Yeah.
And like, what is that? Like, why are you also like?
It's a highway.
Also, you're like by a corner, a bent corner, and this is like where you've set up your little.
Supposed to jump out and
like
a highway that goes at 60 k's an hour. Mind you, in Germany they've got an M1 where the cars go at 250 k's. 250 k's, 60 k's. Spot the difference. I'm just saying.
Even in SA they have like 120, 150, and it's like, guys, how? Why are you stopping me on a corner where I could easily cause an accident?
Where I could hit
why
you
are
and
the
you
law?
could
Yeah,
die.
and why are the law enforcers being the first ones to break the law? Guys, do better. Like, you need to stop.
Oh, the internet is a problem.
It's expensive.
It's a problem. Am I still going down, Gareth?
It's expensive. Okay, so I think we should take a left.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just going to the left, to the left.
To the left.
If you take enough lefts.
Everywhere I go.
Wow.
Take the car to the left.
Take enough L's.
If you want.
Okay. If you take enough L's. Also, internet is a problem in this country. So this is the other thing.
To the left.
School is a problem here. So I learned like a lot of what I know by going online and like Google.
Yeah.
Because Google is your friend.
Google is our university.
But I can't do that because internet is so expensive and it's never always available. So yeah, it's bad for the hustle because like everything now is going digital.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna have all my stuff up online and nobody can access it, then what am I doing?
It's a problem.
Like I don't know about the rest of you guys. Like I personally vouch never to buy bundles or anything. Like
What?
No,
Wait, what?
No, like I don't use bundles. You can ask Maru. Like I don't use bundles because no, I've just had a lot of bad experiences where I buy a bundle and it just like goes. And it's happened too many.
So what do you do?
No, so when I get internet available, when I'm in the proximity of internet Wi-Fi, that's when I do my stuff. Write a blog post.
Wow. No, as a WhatsApp, do you get just a WhatsApp?
Oh no,
bundle?
I get a WhatsApp bundle. Don't get me
Okay,
wrong.
I was like.
No, I get those, but what I mean is like the internet bundles, because I don't know my experience.
Yeah.
It just finishes so quickly and. It's a problem. I think I even read somewhere that Malawi has got one of the highest cell phone rates in terms of just like communication in the whole world.
Yeah, but I feel like on the other hand for me is I feel like I'm one of those people that spend a lot of money on like bundles, like way more than I should.
Part of that team.
And like I feel like in comparison to like other people's bundles, ours are way cheaper. But the problem is that we don't make enough money.
Off them.
So no, off of in general, like in light of like our economic situation, they're expensive.
to cover up costs and things.
So to compare to, let's say, South Africa, they would find ours cheaper because like they make more money.
Okay.
While for us, we struggle because we're not making
enough money to compensate.
Yeah, like our, what do you call it? When disposable income, we don't have enough disposable income to be able to spend on bundles. So things like bundles, no matter how cheap our internet is, it becomes unaffordable because
you don't have enough
disposable income, which is like why we're a third world country. We don't have enough money, and like it's just like it's sad. I think one of the saddest areas for me is also health, and like I was gonna touch on that.
So like I think like here in Malawi we have a free health system, which I guess you could look at that as a good thing. That okay, people, irrespective of their socioeconomic status, class, everybody's got access to health, and every human being should have access to health. But then you find that it's not sustainable because at the end of the day, everything costs money, and you need things to keep things going. So because of that, you find that certain things in the system just begin to dwindle, and you don't get the quality service that you'd be looking for. So I mean, you just keep on going round. You could actually have gone down. But there's a dead end. Anyway, we're just circling around the neighborhood. But yeah, because of that, you find that our health, we could be much better. And a lot of people, I think, Malawi has actually the fewest doctors in the world.
What's your racial?
Well, last I checked, I'm sure it's been updated, but these were like figures from like years back. It was like for every doctor or health worker, there's about 30 to 40,000 patients.
Whoa.
So I mean, you can think about the workload, the burnout, the motivation, and everything. Because I know you do want to help people, but you get tired. Let's be honest. And I guess there's just a lot of frustrations people are facing in the health sector, which unfortunately I think get overlooked. And the wonderful thing that we love to say is it's a calling.
It's a
calling. So
it's treated like a ministry.
So like things to do with callings or church, it's sometimes very little attention is given to. Sometimes. I'm not saying that's the case always, but sometimes. Someone said where there's rain, there's also mud.
And what does mud do?
No, I think it's just the idea that you pray for rain, it comes, but keep in mind that when the rain comes, there's also mud. So
I thought like the blessing was in the mud.
No. But like with each blessing, there is the level of adversity as well. So even our friends in the Western world, in the more developed areas, they have their own struggles as well. So you didn't hear that. But like we can do it, guys. There's hope. Nothing is impossible.
That's it. As you're chasing your dreams, find people that are like-minded, that are going to help you and push you through that dream. So it's possible. Just keep pushing. Network laterally.
Yes. What?
You said that. What? Was it laterally or?
Hey, fam.
Whatever.
I don't know the English word.
That's another African problem. But
network horizontally. That's what it's sorry. Yeah. So like this, allow us. Where are we?
Come to a dead end.
I feel like this is where we should end.
This is where. No, we should do a photo shoot here, like.
Over there, where the train is.
We could park here and then walk.
We could park over there, so we see it.
So we're at a dead end.
Yes,
we
stop.
But where there's a dead end, there is hope because we're finding another road. That is a nice metaphor. You should like it. Follow us.
Wow,
subscribe.
Gareth, I
Leave
feel
a
like
comment.
Yes, like, subscribe, share.
When you have power, but
when you have power, like, please do the things.
And guys, positive talk about our country.
Yes, like we've just done today. Also, rants are healthy, but
Yes.
Good way to express yourself.
Ooh, this car is hot.
It's getting hot in here. So, oh no.